real hard.
Well,
don't touch his straws.
yeah.
They're his to have. Shh. So
There's still a lot of dangerous ground, though, between our friends near the what do you want to call the freshwater? Give me a good name for a.
It's a pond.
The Copper Pond.
Obscond Pond. Copper Pond. Sure. Obscure Pond.
And then we'll call them Copper District.
Copperhead Road.
The Copper District survivors militia. They've actually militarized. Hadrian has no problem with that.
Yeah, right, Michelle.
Copper District militia.
Are they interested in trade?
No, they're still trying to sort their heads from their asses, says Hadrian. They've bunkered up and tried to weather the storm. They will eventually run out of food. They will eventually need supplies. If Defender's Heart is the center of where people are going, we're going to find a lot of trade there. Perhaps even the weapons we need to continue the fight against demonkind.
So, who wants to tell them our news?
Oh, not it.
We killed a demon.
Nice.
It was really big. It almost killed
Not
Eldon.
interested. Yeah.
We killed a very powerful demon. Well,
a few negative levels against against the mongrel folk wouldn't have been good either.
Well, but he doesn't know that it was choosing. He doesn't know which way the shot went. You know. The Ventarin led us to victory against the dream effort, against the demon that was sitting atop of the wizard's tower. And we thought we were victorious, yet found that they had an even more powerful demon living below the tower, living inside the whale.
Good, he says. Keep in mind your wizard has like a 10 charisma, right?
Yeah.
So Hadrian kind of like talks past you a lot of times.
Yep.
Perhaps there'll be a change of leadership when they see that there's a sovereign amongst us.
Yeah, indeed.
Am I in the mere world again? There's something important in the whale.
Well,
so go get it. Fucking Hadrian logic.
We need to
Hadrian's
do something
the guy
about
in the hat.
Yep. We need to do something about the Hezro.
The children are playing in the basement. Sister Grace is looking after them. Eravashniel is off chatting with the old men. So the people that are here are this group. I'm just going to drag your tokens a little bit up. You are in Bortha's manor. Otis has got a broken leg. Eldon, Hadrian, Icon, Ventarin, Phi, Lan, and Neenah is a familiar, and she's flopping around the room.
So, Eldon...
Neenah asks if she could go play with the children.
Go. Play.
yes, fine.
And Kruger goes barking after the big bug. And Neenah's going, yay, follow me. Little does she realize that if Kruger actually got a hold of it, yeah.
You were saying? Distraction?
That demon has been trying for some time, but how confident are you of being a good distraction? What would you need? And how far away can you, with confidence, strike the demon?
From 80 feet, I can do it fairly confidently. If I start going to about 160 feet, then...
Why don't we just simply attack the demon, like we did the other?
This is Adrian?
Yeah.
This one is very powerful.
I can help you this time, he says.
We need to... if we attack the demon, we need to dedicate ourselves to preventing it from casting its spells.
In particular, it's blasphemy. He rolls a 13.
Nobody... we know it's bad. We don't want to do that one.
Shit.
What are its abilities? You said teleport. So, the idea is to distract it. It teleports to me.
Perhaps
and
we
tries
should
to catch
consult the demon hunters that are in the basement. Eravashniel and that cadre of wrinkly, smelly old men. Have a pile of...
That's not a bad idea.
Have a pile of books about demons, you know, says
I need to open up a portal to go get some Bengay. Alright, let's go talk to the cadre of old men.
Did I mention that they were odoriferous? He says with a slight smile on his...
No.
What's
they do have a
mean?
bit...
This is Otis.
They smell bad.
Ah.
Technically, it's neutral, but it's strong smelling. But
hey, Eldon,
says Otis.
Yeah.
Kruger's getting quite odoriferous. He needs a bath.
Fi gives him a thumbs up.
Smiles. Pretty soon you have a council of five bickering old men and Eravashniel, who's got a really good spellcraft and
God
really
damn
good
you! Please, somebody! What does this spell
study
do?
from the tower that specializes in fighting demons.
Yeah.
You guys are dense sometimes.
Help us!
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, so they bicker amongst themselves, but finally come to some conclusions. What questions do you ask the sages that you've rescued?
What does blasphemy do?
Okay.
How can you protect yourself from it?
Blasphemy spreads in a 40-foot spread out from the person who utters these horrible words so foul that they actually cause all good creatures within the effect to be a combination of killed, paralyzed, weakened, or dazed, depending on the relative power of their soul compared to the relative power of the person who utters such foul things.
Consider our souls to be -2. Where do we rank up on that chart?
Yeah.
Not good.
You're right.
We're fish
and then you can go ahead and read it. Up to caster level -10 is when you die.
Oh, we might... Oh, that's close.
This is a very dangerous thing for me to do.
Paralyzed, if you don't make the save, is 1d10 minutes. If you do make the save, it's 1 round automatically.
So you still get coup de grace.
Well, one person does.
Yeah.
The weekend is strength decrease, and the dazed is...
Do walls and buildings block it? Doors.
It is a spread, so no, it goes around corners.
You realize that if he rolled max damage on the weekend, even on his save, Fi's just out of combat.
There's a saving throw versus death, but it does damage.
Yeah, and it does enough damage that even on a save, yeah.
What are the demon's abilities?
They talk about a Hezru, and they're actually to tell you that, common demon traits immune to electricity, poison, They're highly resistant, including resistant to spells. They're very impressed about your tales of like killing a Nabasu, and they agree that the thing must have not be fully grown. They try not to insult you, but one of the things that you left out was that Hezru can simply turn into like a gas to get in through tight quarters.
Oh, that would have been very, like, if we did the plan of, like, just jump down the tiny hole.
They can summon other demons, which is kind of common. And their stench, the foul fluids that are constantly weeping from their flesh, will make anyone sick. They typically like grab you and kind of wipe their filth all over you, and then you're sick for a while.
Even paladins are sick.
Do they
and then
have the ability
and then Chaos Hammer, you forgot about Unholy Blight. They can just good lawful creatures, or they can just summon up energies to
fireball.
You were right. They don't have any special senses aside from being able to see in the dark and being observant. Still, the thing that bothers you is that they're described as aquatic creatures, and you didn't really see too many aquatic traits on this thing. It's almost like this thing was like a tree climbing frog as opposed to a water frog, you know, like the. But you're pretty certain it is a Hezru that they're describing. They're teleporters.
We trick it,
and it's more powerful than the thing that you beat.
We trick it. We trick it. We trick it. Gentlemen, we trick it. We can trick it. We can trick it.
I like this thought, but how, says Icon.
I think he's stuck.
It does not have... I think the wizard's stuck. It does not have the ability to see through tricks. So we trick it. We use...
I like this line of thinking, but how, says Icon.
We use illusions. Most demons can see through them, or at least powerful ones. They just see through. They just don't work.
You mean like turning invisible?
Like turning invisible, or like having something that would be very enticing to go threaten.
Using the tricks of our enemies against them.
Yes. Try to get it to blaspheme something. That isn't there.
Why isn't it just simply blaspheme the thing that's inside the whale?
The thing inside the whale's soul might be too powerful. Because if your soul is more powerful than the demon...
Unless there's a way for us to communicate to the creature inside the whale. The creature seemed very angry with the creature inside the whale. Maybe we can get it to waste. It's blasphemy.
Marty. Okay.
Or one of us can lie upon the pyre of sacrifice for a noble sovereign. I'm sure that everyone in this room except for Bortha would lie
A little bit of
down
ink
for...
is being flicked towards Icon.
What's that supposed to mean? I risked my life helping you. Help me get here. And now I continue to risk my life giving sanctuary to you in my home. Be careful, priest. Icon raises an eyebrow, like he's not used to being threatened.
So, at the beginning of the spell, you must name the recipient or identify him or her by some title that leaves no doubt as to the identity. The singing dragon thing within the whale at the edge of the tower, does that count?
What spell are you looking at?
Dream?
How far can you cast your illusions? I have a very good idea of what it would chase. I have an interesting idea that might work.
It causes me 2 con damage to cast this.
It's worth a shot.
I can try to get in contact with the being within the whale. It won't be able to send a message back directly. Although it will, if it works, get a message from us.
Then tell it.
Oh, I don't need to be the one that talks to it. We could have somebody who is good at getting people to like them.
One problem with his plan. If sovereigns are as powerful as you say they are, then they don't sleep. Fucking Icon's now making up shit. Are they not like gods? Or he's making fun of the common misconception that the Silver Dragon sovereigns are gods. You're not sure.
Dragons spend much of their time sleeping. They are simply immune to the spell sleeping.
Then they are not gods, he says, like he was trying to prove something to somebody.
Hey, Icon, don't you sleep as well?
Only
Thought so.
some dragons.
I very much enjoy sleeping.
Very few dragons call themselves gods. Most of those need to be slain for their hubris.
Right, can we get back to the plan?
Yeah.
There's an interesting one.
Theology aside, this is what Hadrian says. He's like, yeah, let's do this. Where do I get
That,
where do you need me to put my gun into the demon?
That demon wants to follow the creature that's making that singing noise.
So I can make a illusion, as was the previous question, very, very, very far away from me.
Good. What we need to know is
Very, very, very far away from me.
can you also make it with noise? I.e., can you make it a singing version?
But we don't know what's inside the... yet.
We don't know, but he points to your butterfly tattoo. You might have someone who could take a quick look.
She's not going in there.
She is real tiny.
No.
Caesarus.
She is real tiny. With an invisible spell, no one would see her.
You make if that creature can't see, doesn't have anything special.
Do ghouls have scent? Knowledge religion.
Well, can't you cast
34 on knowledge religion.
No, they got dark vision though. Common ghouls.
Damn it. I wanted them to five things for a second, and then he goes, damn
Tell
it.
us. A little spy over here could tell us what the creature inside is, how it sounds, the kind of feet it makes, if you want to leave any prints on the ground. In whatever you need to create your illusion believable enough that the demon will follow, you perhaps try to kill it.
So the
If
illusion...
Neenah goes and sees the thing and then comes back and tells you what it looks like, there's a better chance of your
dream of
dream
working.
Yeah.
And the dream will have to tell it of the plan and ask it if it has a recommend. No, can't speak back. Crap.
No, it doesn't get to speak to us. Okay.
Then we'll do our best to kill it.
I'll entertain the idea of Neenah peeking inside the whale. Peeking carefully. peeking. But we need to get much closer than this for her to be able to get there and back before a simple spell runs out.
How fast can she move while flying?
Quickly enough, but she has a hard time if the winds pick up.
Right. Follow the walls. Follow the gate walls. And follow the ground.
My illusions don't create sound.
Your illusions don't create... I hate you all of a sudden. Alright. Fine. How about creating footprints then?
I've got a scroll of invisibility that might be able to help.
Can Neenah deliver a scroll of invisibility to the Sovereign? Cast on herself, appear as if she's not there.
Huh?
You deliver a scroll of invisibility to the Sovereign. They cast it on themselves, and then you create the illusion that they're running away.
Ha! What a devious plan, my little paladin friend. I was simply thinking of casting the scroll upon Neenah. But you have a crafty mind for this sort of thing.
All forms of conflict and combat are won by the one that evades the normal thought process of their enemy.
Huh.
It says here so in chapter 2 of my combat.
Nice.
Yes, that's right. Outthink them. Yes. No.
All right, check that off.
All right, I outthunk them.
Now
Advantage of their disadvantage. Can't see invisibility. Good. All right.
Okay. So, we need to get some information on what it is. You don't know clairaudience clairvoyance, do you?
No. I'm a paladin.
Yes, you know very little.
Chapter 3, 4, clairvoyance. No.
Icon, do you know clairaudience clairvoyance?
I know what those words mean.
Perfect.
He answered the question.
Note he didn't know spell. He didn't say spells.
Yeah, he answered the question.
Okay. Oh shit, it's the third. I thought it was the second. Okay, no, he obviously. Yeah, okay. So, I suppose the invisibility. How are the winds this evening?
The winds have died down a little bit. The dust storm seems to have picked up higher above the city. There's dust everywhere, but light wind compared to the heavy wind of yesterday.
Okay.
And it's like late afternoon. If you're going to wait till the next day, you can. Celtic, how's it going?
Can we have our Vashniel? So the
Celtic,
problem with
welcome. Sorry. My bad.
the problem with invisibility is I think it runs out before she can't get there and back from. Like, can we go to the map so we can just measure this out?
Sure.
Because 30 rounds is not a lot of rounds.
30 rounds is not a lot of rounds. You can probably get to the other side of the wall and do your casting there if you were brave.
I'm thinking that we want to go to like the edge of the broken part, and she just flies from here.
Yeah, let me force it so people can see. So you're in Dagiric's manor right now. The dead whale is lying against this tower over here.
So if we go here to cast the spells.
Yep, towards where the edge is.
Yeah. So the flight.
She should be able to get there and back in 3 minutes.
Okay.
That's with the invisibility scroll.
Absolutely with the invisibility scroll, because that's what we got.
Okay. Icon hands you the invisibility scroll.
All right.
He's not
I've
a
got
hider.
I've got one, but I'm going to describe it so that we can use it later.
Yep.
Correction, you cannot make scent with your illusion, correct? Creature
No.
was sniffing around quite a bit.
Vision. Everybody quiet. And if Neenah dies, I don't know what I will do.
Perhaps you should also cast this scroll of mirror image upon Neenah. Just in case.
Yes.
He smiles as he hands the scroll to you, like he's giving like divine wafers out. He just has a way about him, like it's very priestly and saintly.
So Neenah's getting shield, mage armor, minor image. Actually, if I says keep it, he's going to cast his own.
Level 100 egg. Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you a bit.
Hey man, it's been a while.
His own mirror image.
Okay.
And I'll take it one charge off. And the invisibility.
Okay, so Fi goes out alone to the end of the street. There's some rubble and there's like a vast chasm where it goes down into. Are you doing it this day, or are you waiting until the next morning to do it, or
Doing it this day.
Okay.
Doing it on the day. We're also going to we're going to make her drink an extract
okay? So
of expeditious retreat in case she needs to run along the ground.
the tattoo familiar of the butterfly detaches from your face, is now licking up an extract. She has a bunch of spells cast on her. Don't worry, I will do great.
I know you will.
The rest of the party is kind of lingering behind you in the rubble. Like they didn't just let Fi go out into the town alone.
Go.
And then if I had the rights to play Flight of the Bumblebee, I would have. I'd have to look to see if the song's old enough or whatever, but there's all sorts of weirdness with who plays it. But yeah, little invisible Neenah goes flying off towards the horrible-looking tower. There's a grumble from the heavens and a flash of lightning, and you notice the tower flickers in and out of existence. As you feel excitement from your familiar, you've got an empathic bond, right?
Yep.
Excitement, yay! This feeling of importance, this feeling of bravery, and then curiosity, and then sadness. Oh, she's really sad about the whale. Oh, it's sad.
Fi's
A little bit of feeling of disgust. Oh, it's gross.
Fi's doing the third world squat where you're like sitting on your own ankles.
Yep.
Like sitting on his ankle, holding his knees and kind of rocking a bit.
Icon goes over and just puts a friendly hand on your shoulder. Doesn't push down. He's just kind of tapping your shoulder. Like, don't worry, your friends are with you. and then, oh, it's being sneaky. She's being sneaky. She's a little bit sad. She's a little bit grossed out. Startled a little bit, and then relieved, and then disgusted, and then it lingers to sad, but then it snaps back to like hyper alert and disbelief, bravery, gross.
There's no panic, so that's what I'm worried about.
Curiosity, a sharp bit of panic.
Oh God.
Startled. Relief. Sneaky. Sneaky.
Be very, very quiet.
Like a tiny blip of avarice? Not avarice. What am I looking for? The word is Like not a mild greed. It's like the feeling when you want something.
Childish.
Yeah, desire, like
desire.
just a slight desire, but it's not like a desire in an amour sort of way. It's like desire in like, oh, I want that money, or I want the $100 bill on the ground, that sort of thing.
I want that doll that my brother has.
Surprised by just a blip, and then like self
Guilt?
yeah, it's almost like a little flash of anger against self, and then a stealing of mind, and then curiosity, confusion, a little bit of relief, hurried, discovery. Oh, and then sad. So sad. The overwhelming desire to make better.
Winter's coming. Fine.
And what was the plan? It was just supposed to go and look and then come back?
It's supposed to get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
My elaborate plan was not, fuck you guys.
It's a good plan.
Uncertainty. Shock.
Damn it!
And then panicked. Then hurried.
Your thing reminds me of a dog. Squirrel. Demon.
A bit of relief. And then determined. And this kind of growing determination. Yeah, Neenah is like this. So Neenah, let's just zoom in onto Neenah. This is Neenah. Neenah is the tattoo of a butterfly that's intelligent, that is a familiar, and they just sent the familiar to go spy on something, and it was she seems to have some serious mood swings. She's like life's like a box of chocolates, kind of like intelligent, a chaotic good little fairy thing. So
level 100. Yes.
You got it right, level 100. Okay, Neenah comes back. She's excited. But then she's a little bit sad, like she feels sorry, and then she lands on your face. I saw it. Oh. The whale inside, it's big, and then the creature, it was sleeping like a dog, and it was sleeping in a pile of treasure, and I couldn't lift any of it because it was all too heavy. I wish it was bigger, but then I went inside this big chasm, and it was full of bones. And it looked like the creature was like gnawing on this big bone, but there was this big tunnel, and inside the tunnel there was this. Oh, it's so cute! It's a little multicolored little dragon with little wings. I want him. He's got wings like mine, but colorful. And he's just in there, and he looks so weak and so hungry and so scared. But he's out of the reach of the creature. You can see where the creature is gnawing on the inside of the bones. But he'll eventually reach him. And he was all like passed out. I wanted to go up and hug him, but I didn't have arms. I want to be a real girl.
Okay. You did a good job.
I am glad I don't have to deal with that shit. Fucking slap the ink off my face.
So we're gonna go save him, right?
Yes. We're gonna save him. You did a good job. You did a very good job.
I like spells.
I like spells too. Except for innovation.
The whole party is just looking at you. Let's go back to the house.
I guess they didn't. They just heard.
Yeah, it's just the thing on your face. Going...
Hey, you're like going through this. We're like, and what the fuck happened?
You pull back into the Dagiric's manor, kind of out of the dust and the wind.
It's inside the whale, which is much larger on the inside than the out.
It moves around on his skin, so it can decide where on his body it actually is manifesting. So it may not have been originally manifested on his face, but it's a very valid question, level 100 Heg. As it absorbs back into his skin, it starts to just move around onto its spot. When it talks to him about like important things, it's like right on his face, and other times it's elsewhere.
Yeah, on the hand or the side. Yeah.
Tramp
I would
stamp,
command it
whatever.
to be right on my butt. You sit there.
It's the Elvish tramp stamp.
But I don't want to be here. Not right now. Oh, you better just stay there.
I wanted to make that joke the first day, but I waited till game 7.
No, I have no filters.
I played Saints Row, and there was always like, I just give the dude the worst tattoos.
Adam, can you please stop sidetracking?
Oh, sorry.
Imagine that being one of your character's biggest regrets, and probably got it while drunk.
You know what? Fi's the guy who gives the drunk people the tattoos.
Yeah, he's the tattoo mage. So I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't want a butterfly tattoo because like it would attack my manliness. But if it was intelligent and talked and flew around the room and did stuff, I probably put up with it being a butterfly. Because
I try to duct tape a 9mm pistol to it. Come on, try to take off. Do it. You need a montage.
All right, so you withdraw into the Degeric's manor.
Sorry.
So the whale is bigger on the inside than on the outside. The creature was in there chewing on bones.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a very large pile of treasure.
You know what?
Aside from the treasure...
A lot of people in the room aren't motivated by treasure. I don't know.
No, there's a lot of people that aren't treasure guys.
The rogue is.
There is also ill-gotten goods.
Me.
There's also a multicolored, small, malnourished, very sad dragon. Knowledge Arcana.
Sure.
Well, 100 egg is giving me shit. I'd prefer a normal butterfly face tattoo. 21. My tattoo was giving me shit earlier in the game for being mean to the halfling because I said he had short legs and couldn't keep up.
Let's go talk to the. Let's go talk to the.
It sounds like a fairy dragon. In fact, you get mental flashes from Neenah about this pathetic-looking, kind of malnourished fairy dragon, kind of bored into a hole, like a wound in the side of the whale, and it's just between the ribs enough and between some bones and blubber that the demon can't quite reach it, and it looked knocked out. And let's see if I can find a good picture of a fairy dragon. I think I've got one. I think this is the art from WoW for a fairy dragon.
Alright. Conversation layer? Where are we? Yeah.
I don't know how big they are. Give me a second.
I think they're tiny.
This little guy is 1 foot long. Tiny.
It's 1 foot long.
It's a foot long.
It's a foot long. I want to go to a sandwich shop and say I would like a 1 foot long sandwich.
Shut it. Okay. With your 21, you know that fairy dragons, their breath weapon is a cone of euphoric gas that essentially
This sounds the best.
That essentially makes you staggered, sickened, and immune to the fear condition.
He wants it. He wants the fairy dragon.
The neat thing about fairy dragons, and one of the other properties, is they have telepathy. 100 feet.
That's too close.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. You know what? That's wait a sec. That we were like we were just 100 feet away.
Oh, are you picturing this to scale?
Yes. I assume so because it makes the walls 10 feet thick.
No, I think it's double.
Oh, never mind that.
I think carts can be dragged up at that. Let's see. Yeah, it's double.
Okay. All right then. That's too far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were at, when you were looking at the tower 200 feet away.
That's still really close. Too close.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Neenah like thinks it's the cutest thing in the world.
So I can.
He had a little jerkin and a little cloak, and I think little bracers on his little tiny clawed hands.
It was an adventuring dragon.
Somebody liked him.
Yes. Did it? The Fi's now talking to his face.
You can tell when they talk because the two kind of like feelers, like the little weird fluffy feelers, come out of Neenah's face and are kind of twitching around. Yeah, if you didn't like butterflies or insects, it would be kind of creepy.
So does it look like he can get out, or is he stuck in there?
He could get out, but he's all knocked out, and it doesn't look like he's eaten for a while. He looks really weak. Like he was sleeping, but I had to look twice to see his nostrils move. He's got the cutest little nostrils ever.
Neenah. Sorry, I gotta laugh a little bit and let some of that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, wait a second.
Not a gherkin, like a pickle. Jerkin, as in like a little
A little
vest.
leather shirt.
Yep.
Neenah has a crush.
Although it's a
Yeah.
word that you don't normally hear used anymore because
Well, we don't wear jerkins anymore because a jerkin is unfitted. Like it doesn't have any.
yeah.
It's like a bag.
You see my clothes?
Neenah has a crush. Yeah. It's a cute crush.
So, Neenah can carry charges for me
Yes.
to deliver touch spells.
The demon is sleeping inside. It's like a big dog.
Yeah. We need the big dog not to be there. I could make him smarter? That won't do it. So, I think we should use this opportunity to tell the dragon something. Although I'm not certain what we would get from that. Eldon, what do you think we should do?
My plan is throw out the window. I'm not sure what you're doing. Yeah.
Some adventuring equipment in a pickle. Dragon with a pickle. So,
Do we know what the dragon's abilities are, and what it needs to eat?
it's...
Well, it certainly didn't like its singing. If we could tell it to sing more, perhaps we could convince it to get blasphemed. Says Icon.
Yes. If we could convince it to blaspheme, we might be able to take the demon. If we concert our efforts.
Sounds good to me, says Hadrian. It's not a sovereign, right?
No, not it's not a silver dragon. It's another dragon. Fire's not going to talk about the alignment of the dragon unless they ask him about the alignment of the dragon.
Is this dragon part of the ruling class? He turns to Venturin. Yeah, you'd have to roll a knowledge arcana to know even what the fuck it is.
What about a knowledge nobility?
Sure.
5.
Silver dragons are the dragons that are ruling of the sovereigns.
It is not a ruling sovereign.
You don't know where the other colored dragons go after they're born on Kretch. They aren't part of the ruling class of the sovereignty, so you don't know.
Once they are hatched, they go to other places.
Well, if Neenah likes the dragon...
Neenah's got the best judgment.
Icon smiles at that. Hadrian's head looks like it starts hurting at this part of the conversation. He's like cleaning out his gun.
So I tell the little guy to try to get the demon to blaspheme, and we get Eldon to lure the demon into a trap? Can you do that, Eldon?
I believe so. With Kruger? Yeah.
What are the rest of us going to do? We need to get on the
either
other side of the wall.
Well, it can teleport, right?
Yes.
So we just need to get somewhere where Eldon can attack it, or we can attack it in general,
Well,
so that it teleports over.
Why don't we all be there? Eldon stands as bait,
Yes.
and then we flank it when it comes.
Yes.
But that means that we can only distract it after it's blasphemed.
Right. So we need to know that it's we need to know that it's blasphemy. Is there a visual to this heresy?
You asked Erebashniel, yeah, there should be some energy that looks bad, is the way they describe it.
It should look
it
bad,
sounds like
dude.
it sounds like they're describing it from a textbook. Flashes of dark light, or
Are they showing those those little cartoon sketches with like little wavy lines coming out of them?
right. See,
Fine does not have a
30-foot circle. They come to the realization that it may depend on where the demon's from, or what kind of outsider that it is, or they suspect there will be an auditory effect, at least.
Then we will know. We defeat the demon, and then we move on to the ghouls.
So, ambush the demon, is it?
That sounds
Ambush
about
the
right,
demon.
says Hadrian.
All right.
There should be a clue by 4 from the DM when the NPC is going to help you.
All right.
Hadrian, you stand in front.
Hadrian would stand in front if you wanted him to.
Yes, we. In fact, we have to
Alright.
say, Hadrian, stop standing in front.
All right. So,
I will be pleased when there's a demon's body bubbling at our feet, and we have a new friend, says Icon. I concur with this plan, so long as we can get to this dragon to blaspheme.
what
The
would cause
demon
it?
to blaspheme.
What
Now,
would cause it to blaspheme right away?
how is it that we are going to communicate with this little fairy dragon?
Step 1 in this process. It's a very challenging process. It takes some effort. I need to prepare Fi starts brewing a second mutagen for the day, a cognatogen for the day.
Okay.
And
You are a messenger you touch. Interesting. What are you doing? Stop that.
Yeah, it's really weird.
that's
Like, what are you getting your dog to do, man? Stop that.
No more of that.
that's the sound of a bubbling cognatogen.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Oh, okay. That was
Sure.
freaking me out, dude.
Stop it.
No, my mind's going in wrong direction. Stop.
All right. So you brew a cognatogen, which makes you smarter.
No, this one makes me sexier
Oh, okay.
because I need to get my charisma over 15.
In order to cast the dream spell. Got it. Okay.
It also does con damage, which is also always fun.
Okay. So you sip your cognatogen.
I first was like, so who's going in? I can talk to her, him, her. You can talk to him, her. We can send. I'm not sending in Hadrian.
I'm not accepting your sorcery. Is what he says.
I feel that based off of my thoughts.
Lan would probably scare him.
Right. It's either myself, Ventaurin, or Eldon. You're mean to me sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean to be ugly, elf. So, you didn't catch that? Okay.
You called me ugly elf.
How big of an illusion can you make? Can you perhaps make...
My friend, we are not talking about the illusions at the moment. We're talking we're talking about a dream spell when you go to sleep.
Yes. That's for the drum. I'm worried about my preservation here, and just
We will be with you for the trap. Fi will drink his cognatogen.
Okay.
He gets physically weaker, but more alive looking.
Yep. Some of the wrinkles go away. Some of the tattoos brighten in the right spots to make it, I don't know, look neater.
This one makes it harder to breathe, but everything looks so lovely through it. He then pulls out his scroll of Eagle's Splendor because he needs more charisma boosts to get the spell off.
Wait, what's your charisma, Fi?
10.
Oh, so you got to boost your charisma by... You're boosting charisma to 18, is basically what you're saying.
I boost my charisma to 18 to cast. I need at least 15 to cast a spell.
The sparkling elf has now cast his spells.
And he will cast Dream as a spell-like ability.
Okay.
So
On himself.
takes a standard. He's going to cast on himself.
Okay.
And he would like to send a message to the fairy dragon within the whale that's just over there beside the tower, behind the bone and blah blah.
do you have? Is it like sending? Do you have like a limited?
He then curls up on a divan, puts his hands over top of his body. Then some of his spells start wearing off. He's not sparkling anymore. He gets all kind of wrinkly. Neenah is just on the pillow beside his head, just sort of waiting, waiting patiently. Yeah, you're not too sure how this thing works. He goes to bed, basically. The dream spell cast takes 1 minute to cast, so there was some mumbo-jumbo at the beginning. Fi, you begin to drift into your sleep. You hear a voice. I was wondering how long it would take for you to enter your dream.
Did I mix my cognatogen wrong?
Okay.
Facepalm.
No. You hear the old weak voice.
Normal. Hi. Who are you? Welcome to my dream.
Who are you? Welcome to my dream.
Are you me?
Are you me? Oh,
Echo.
yeah. That's right. Too soon. Too soon. And you hear this buzzing and this weird static. And, like, you don't know what it is, but somehow you know what it is. The static of a radio. You
I hear
know,
this.
you know what a radio is.
I hear the sound of random patterns of electromagnetic waves being transmuted through vibrations in the air.
I am tired of your meddling.
You hear something clacking between mandibles.
You are so weak. Do not listen to him.
You hear coming from like this radio. You're actually you're like in front of like a field pack. This big ass battery kind of connected to another backpack, and you were fiddling with the dials. And you can hear clacking out of the radio.
Sorry, could you repeat? Over.
Sorry, could you repeat over?
Alright. Don't mean to be a stick in the mud. But, nope.
Yeah.
Weak.
Your dream kind of goes away from this, and there's this weird ripple. It's almost like there's a tidal wave out there, and it's way far out, and it's heading towards you, but it's like way the hell out there. And then you kind of zoom away from that, and now you're like, you're standing in an ocean. It's choppy water. And you can see this thing flying around and flapping in the waves. It's half diving. It's like diving into the water and swimming and then coming out flying. And you think you're looking at the fairy dragon's dream right now.
Greetings, Mr. Dragon.
I sure got them! Criminal mastermind!
We are. So I guess I don't get to know anything from this. Like I don't get to remember this usually.
Oh, okay.
Like for his dream, I don't get to remember. So I give the message.
Sure. But you're getting feedback from your own dream, so you actually remember him saying, laughing, giggling, jumping into the water, and saying "criminal mastermind," like he's gloating.
I'm so glad I didn't send the paladins in. We are coming to rescue you.
Huh?
But we need you to get the demon to blaspheme.
Who the fuck are you, fuckface?
I am going to be your new best friend come tomorrow. My name is Fi. I travel with those who slay demons.
Holy crap, what a boring dream!
Remember,
Goldfish!
And you're just sort of following him, trying to deliver your message.
just following him. Ghost me.
His goldfish are actually like big gold coins with like flippers and feet that are going through the water, and he gulps them. He runs around and basically gulps them.
He's